Hey guys, so in this video, I want to explain about Corvus kit. I did a slight mistake previously regarding electric art converting to flickering art, but that's fine. We will go through the kit again and we will see how she actually works. So I also add in a showcase video here to see all the mechanics. So first of all, her skill 2, I want to start with this because this is her main skill. She enters self channel. She forced the enemy to enter channel status as well, which is welding. So she's in stitching mode, enemies in welding mode. Stitching mode lasts for 2 rounds if the target is already welding, self gain 2 for 8 electric arc, and she inflict 1 stack of breaking point. Welding, when the enemy is being attacked, Corvus gain 1 stack of electric arc. If the damage source is mental, she get additional 1 more electric arc. So if she's attacking the enemy, she get 2 electric arc. If, let's say, Auric attacks the enemy, then she get 1 electric arc. But every time a mental attack hits the enemy will get mental defense reduced by 1% up to a maximum of 50%. This is permanent, so it can keep stacking. So the more you attack the enemy with mental, then eventually you will get up to 50% mental defense down, which is pretty good. And Corvus gain an extra 1 stack of electric arc. Okay, mentioned that already. So at the end of the round, if she's still in this welding status, she will do a follow-up attack called Sew It All Up. And this attack will prioritize the enemy with welding. There can only be 1 welding at a time. And for stitching is that the Sew It All Up, the follow-up attack that she do, is based on the pulsing field. And before I show you what this attack does, the duration of this channel can increase if you use this channel incantation again, but it will not refresh it. So do keep that in mind. The follow-up attack, Sew It All Up, is single target, 400% mental damage. It funnels 20 Dynamo into the pulsing field. This is the only way she can funnel Dynamo. So yeah. And she get Dynamo by actively attacking the enemy. So she only can get, like, if you use S1 and S2, she only get like 20. And then when you do the follow-up attack, she put it back in. Okay, so she kind of provide like 20 Dynamo quite consistently to the field. Alright, so this attack is affected by 100% ultimate might and is treated as an extra action. Yay, we want to see flutter page action with her, but that is not in this video. If in pulsing field level 1, she will consume 1 stack of the breaking point on the enemy to let self gain 3 stack of electric arc. But once you hit level 2, that effect is gone. So instead, she deals extra 200% mental damage and consume 1 stack of breaking arc to deal additional 5%. So if you're looking at the whole Dynamo team, the first time you enter pulsing field level 3, you get about 40 plus electric arc. And then after that, it will be 50 plus. By the end, you can actually hit 60. Alright? So if we include that, assuming 40 plus, you are getting over 200% mental damage. If you get up to 60, then it's 300% mental damage, which is actually not too bad. Okay, if in pulsing field level 3, it's not just 200, you're actually getting 600% mental damage. So overall, you are dealing at 1000% when you're doing this follow-up attack with the extra 5%. So we are looking at 1200 to 1300%. Not bad. But on top of that, she also now get ultimate might per stack of electric arc or flickering arc. So ultimate might, let's say again 40 stacks. So we are looking at about 12% and 18% if you can get it up to 60 stacks. Okay, so now for skill 1. So for our skill 1, here we have 200, 300, 500% mental damage, self-gain 2 for 8 electric arc. When hit, inflict 1 stack of breaking point. So breaking point negative status consume when hit with Sew It All Up and trigger an extra effect. The extra effect is whatever that I show you just now based on pulsing field level 1, 2, or 3. Yeah, so this one is a very direct skill. It's basically used to get more electric arc and inflict more breaking point. And next here is for her ultimate, single target, 700% mental damage, inflict 1 stack of breaking point on the target and trigger Sew It All Up. So again, Sew It All Up is the same. Here single target 700% is a separate attack. So overall means you're looking at, if you use this, then it does a follow-up attack, and then at pulsing field level 3, you are doing like almost 2000% mental damage. So that's all for the ultimate. Now let us look into her insight. So at insight 0, when entering battle, gain amplified surge. After an active action, it has to be an active action, gain 10 Dynamo. At the start of the round, if not under pulsing field, then you trigger pulsing field. This is the same for all Dynamo units. Ultimate does not take up allied incantation draw limit. Okay, that's great. When exiting pulsing field, exiting, not entering, every 2 stack of electric arc turn into 1 Dynamo, and every 2 stack turn into 2 stack of flickering arc. So I got confused here last time. I thought it was 2 to 1 for flickering arc, but it's 2 to 2. When entering battle, increase crit rate by 10%. When an enemy with wielding dies, inflict wielding to a random enemy, and also inflict them with the same number of stacks of breaking point. So electric arc, increase attack by 0.3% to a maximum of 60. So at max stack, we are looking at 18%. So together with the ultimate might from the effect of the welding, so here we are looking at 18% attack, 18% ultimate might, and up to 200 to 300% of mental damage, right? 60 is then 300% of mental damage. Additional mental damage. Amplified Surge when entering pulsing field level 3, increase self moxie by 3. So here, if you remember, if you have been using Auric, you know this, right? Because Auric has the exact same thing. The thing with Auric is that he doesn't have Moxie Overflow, but that's why when you bring in Melania, it really makes Auric really strong that you can use his ultimate back to back. But now Corvus comes with it, so you don't have to rely on Melania. Corvus does it as well. So when in pulsing field level 3, increase max Moxie by 5. Yeah, so it's not an overflow, but increase her max Moxie by 5, and she become immune to control effect. So Flickering Arc, on the other hand, is also to increase attack by 0.3% to a maximum of 240 stacks. So if you want to get 240 stacks, you need to go through full 4 cycle of pulsing field going to level 3, exiting level 3, 4 full cycles. So if 4 rounds is required for 1 cycle, here we are looking at least 16 rounds. And if you are fighting against Reverie, you probably will not use that 16 round. If you have to use that 16 round, something is incredibly wrong. So yeah, getting to the maximum stack 240 is not relevant in most fights, except for raid. Because in raid, it's 30 rounds, and we want to push that 30 round because we want to hit the highest score. So raid, yeah, you may want to look really into this 240 stack and try to hit it as fast as possible. But for the other fight, I think is you don't really have to bother. Just bother getting 60 stack every cycle. Eventually you will get that 240, right? Or you will get very high stack of Flickering Arc anyway. Okay, so that is for her insight. Okay, now let's look at her gameplay. We want to check up those mechanics, like the breaking point, Flickering Arc, Electric Arc, all those stuff. Okay, first enter battle. Okay, the enemy has just that fire symbol that is Charon's, not Corvus. So here I want to enter channel status first, of course. So I'm going to use S1, S2. Then I'm going to use S1, and I will enter Auric's channel. So upon using this, right, she entered channel status, get 10 Dynamo, and get another 10 because she acted twice. Yeah, that's 20 Dynamo. So now she do follow-up attack, and all of it is funneled back in. So that charge the pulsing field up to 65. So how do I get 65? 20 is from Corvus, 15 is from Auric, so that's 35. 10 was from Ezra, 45, and 20 more was from Charon, 65. For your information, Charon now has his ultimate. It's not supposed to be like that. This is because this Charon is P2. P0, he doesn't start with ultimate. Anyway, on the boss side, if you look, there is the symbol. Yes, that one. This is welding. And now welding has 4% mental damage, mental defense down, because I hit it 4 times with a mental attack. So that's 4 times. So for this one, because she's at P2, so it's 2% per attack up to 100%. This is permanent. There's no duration. So you just keep attacking the enemy with one mental damage. Eventually, you will get 100. But still, if you're just hitting 4 to 5 times, it's gonna take a while. Okay? Yeah, it's gonna take a while. Right, so these are all the buff and all the effects. And one thing that I didn't show was the breaking point. I will mention that again. But here, this is the electric arc. I have 10 stack of electric arc at the moment after the first round. 10 stack of electric arc. Okay, so now second round, let us... yeah, that's Sharon's out. Okay, let us reset the incantation. Okay, unfortunately, Sharon's incantation is not there, the buff, so I can't buff. My damage will be lower, but that's okay. I want to showcase Corvus mainly. So here I'm going to use Sharon's ultimate. Okay, so here you can see breaking point on the enemy. Right now, breaking point, there's 2. But she will only consume 1 because at the end of round, the follow-up attack is just 1. So this is what I meant before, that she will get more than enough breaking point starting from round 2, because you inflict 2, you consume 1. You inflict 2, you consume 1. Yeah. Okay, so now I have 7 Moxies. That's because I get 3 more when I enter Processing Field level 3. And both Auric and Corvus ultimate doesn't take up space, which is awesome. Okay, so here the thing is that I want to get 3 more Moxie, right? So, yeah. First, I should reset the incantation. Okay, and then use Auric's ultimate, then I use Corvus ultimate, then I move the incantation to get extra 1 Moxie, then I use both the incantation. Alright, so with this, I will have 10 Moxie. Consume 5 after using the ultimate. I still have 5 more. So next round, I will be able to out again. At the moment, I think that would be the optimal gameplay. Do note that the attack just now was about 250,000 damage. The reason that this is lower than the video that I just posted on the showcase, that's because I did not use Charon's buff, unfortunately. So this is one more point to point out that it can be a bit tricky trying to get all the incantation, the one that we want at the right time, because of this ultimate coming in and interrupting it, like when we reset. But if Charon is P0 just now, it shouldn't be a problem. I would have been able to actually use it. So kind of like it's better that Charon is not more than P0, right, in this setup. Okay, so now I finally are able to use the buff. And again, this is the back-to-back out. Okay, 290,000, increase to 360, 300,000. And then trigger another follow-up attack. 400,000 now. Okay, so now I'm exiting Pulsing Field. Okay, I'm exiting Pulsing Field. And now it reset back to 0. So here you see that I have 60 Flickering Arc. All converted. I have 60 Flickering Arc. And I have 30 Dynamo. And on the enemy side, the enemy has 3 breaking points. Yeah, so as I say, there's no need to worry about breaking point. You will just keep accumulating more and more breaking point as the fight commences. And one more thing, let us look at welding. Okay, welding. Yeah, so you see now it's at 36% mental defense down. That's because of all the mental attack that I do. But here again, this is P2. If you are using P0, then this would be 18% because it's half lesser instead of 36%. And this is after the first cycle of pulsing field. Okay, so let us go back one more round. Go back to do one more round. Okay, Charon ultimate. Get back Auric channel. Unfortunately, I did not get Corvus channel, so I'm just gonna attack and use Ezra. One thing is that for Ezra, you notice how he is just standing there, and Charon and Auric was doing everything before. The thing is now that after the first round, we have set up Charon and Auric, and technically Auric just need to use 2 AP, which is at the start. Even the ultimate is free because of Charon, so it's just 2 AP for Auric. And Charon, after you use the ultimate, you don't have to do anything anymore. So now you can start giving most of the AP to Ezra. And this is where you have to be careful, because after the first round, this also means that the enemy will be using ultimate and stuff like that. So you have to really keep up the sustain. Okay, so you want to get Ezra ultimate, and the best time to use it is right after when you exit level 3 back to level 1, use Ezra ultimate. Okay, I probably will not be able to demonstrate that to you here because of the boss is already dying, and I don't think I will be able to complete a full cycle anymore. But here I'm same thing, you still use S1, S2 every round for Corvus if you have the opportunity to, then the rest you can leave it to Ezra. Okay. Okay, so now I have 140. So I get to charge the pulsing field back to level 3. I want to see the damage because now with higher mental defense down, with the additional stack of the flickering arc, how much more damage can Corvus do? So let's see. Okay, I will do the same thing. Auric. Alright, previously it was like 250, right? 490. This is not the follow-up attack. This was the ultimate attack, which was 250 before, but now it's 490. So a lot. That's a lot. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for this part of the showcase. Let us look now into her Psychube and her Portray. For Psychube, to me, it's actually really good. First of all, attack 380, crit rate 16%, great. When attacking, if in pulsing field level 3, increase ultimate bite by 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, maximum is 24%, but only when pulsing field level 3. It's okay because that's where the big chunk of her damage is from. When using a single target incantation, increase damage dealt by 1.4 to 3%, maximum 6 stacks, so 18%. So 24 ultimate might, 18% damage dealt. This is removed when using a mass target incantation, but she doesn't have mass, so this is just to prevent us from using this on characters that does mass attack, which is basically all the other Dynamo unit. For her Portray, ultimate deal 1200, so from 700 it becomes 1200, pretty good. Give 2 stack of breaking point. Welding decrease mental defense 2%, maximum 100. So it doubles it. But still, after one round, as you saw just now, it's 36. So you kind of like need 12 rounds in order to get 100%. P2, ultimate trigger, see it all up 2 times. Okay. So means additional 1000 over percent. Mental damage when you use ultimate. So that is better. That is really good. P3, deal 500% mental damage. I think it was 400, so now it's 500. So let's say in one round with P2 taken into account, you do 3 times, see it all up. So additional 100 per time, so that's additional 300%. The extra damage from pulsing field becomes 3 to 700. So here I'm going to just assume it's 700, which is additional 100 from before is 600%. This is 700. So overall, P3 is 600% increase in mental damage during pulsing field level 3 and when using her ultimate. Okay, so P2 seems to have a better damage boost compared to P3. Then P4, the extra damage per electric arc or flickering arc become 8%. So it was 5%, assuming that it is 60 electric arc, that would be 300% extra mental damage, but now increased to 8%, and that would be 480. So that just increased it by 180%. But again, okay, you are doing the follow-up attack 3 times, right? Because of the ultimate and the attack at the end of the round. So 180 times 3, which is 540. Right, so just now P3 is like 600, then P4 is additional 540. But overall is additional 1000% as well. P5, both skill now give 4 stacks of electric arc, and now can increase to 80. So again, let's just assume that 80 is the max one. More attack, more ultimate might. But in terms of multiplier, 20 stacks, 8%. 160%, right? So 3 times, so about 580. Did I count it right? No, 480. 480% more multiplier, but flickering arc is able to stack even more, so over time it's a lot. Yeah, so her Portray is all about damage. It doesn't affect her rotation, so that's a really good news. So if you want to use that P0, it should be fine. But let's say if you really want me to recommend, I would say P0, P1, P2, or P5. Right? If you are going more than P2, just go all the way to P5. So that's all for this video. So I hope this explained it well. And if there's anything you want to discuss regarding her kit, drop a comment in the comment section. So thank you very much for watching this video and have a good day.